We are 3 months into the year of 2026, and we've already started to see the fashion ecosystem take shape. I mean, we've been seeing fashion trends that have been seeded for a long time reach maturity. We are starting to see the seedlings of new fashion trends, and we've also started to see the crest of other fashion trends that have been out for a while start to make their way out of the fashion scene. You know, it's been a really interesting year for fashion, and I've noticed a lot of things that a lot of other fashion YouTubers and TikTokers alike have noticed as well. And I kind of wanted to talk about them and brief very quickly on all of them. There's a lot to cover today, but I'm going to try and talk about each and every single thing that I've noticed as quickly as possible, because the regulars know that I could talk for hours about these things, and I tend to make my videos a little too long. I'm sorry about that. But today we are going to start off with one of my personal favorite fashion trends that has had seedlings for maybe the past 2 years or so, something that I've noticed is getting only bigger and bigger this year. I wanted to talk about matching sets, coordinations, or Co-Ords as some people call them, which essentially is where the top and the bottom match with the exact same fabric, the exact same type of look. And this is something that you've been seeing on the runways and something that you've been seeing in pretty much every single brand's lookbook this year so far. I've been seeing a lot of matching sets in both leathers. I've been seeing matching sets in denim. I mean, we've been seeing the Canadian tuxedo for a couple of years now, but I've even seen printed florals, paisleys, and striped sets come into popularity as well. And you can also argue that the coverall trend that we've been seeing too, where it's literally an entire one piece, also showcases the ease of access when it comes to having a matching top and bottom. So why do I think that brands are doing this? I think it makes it easy for a brand to communicate their idea, to communicate their design, but it also makes it easier for consumers to purchase both the jacket or shirt or whatever it is for the top and the bottom at the same time from the brand, and provide an ease of access when it comes to creating a cohesive look. It just makes something so easily alluring, and it makes it easy for the consumer who might otherwise be making their first foray into fashion, or might have just learned about the brand and is making their first purchase from them. This is something that I think is going to become much more popular over time. Next up, I want to talk about Indian influence in menswear and men's fashion. And this is something that I've done countless videos on for the past 2 years. This is something that I noticed a little while ago, but this year we're really starting to see the influence of Indian heritage and tradition start to crest and take shape into something that is going to be a full-fledged trend. I think Indian influence is so powerful, and people forget that India has made countless contributions to fashion history in and of itself. I mean, we wouldn't have the art of indigo dyeing without India. We wouldn't have the art of hand-loomed khadi textiles without India, discharge dyes, some natural dyeing techniques we would not have without India. Block printings, all of the above, and a lot of fashion brands are starting to showcase this in their runway shows. I mean, even some of the most popular American, Japanese, and Italian brands have been utilizing the art of Indian manufacturing because it is so beautiful. I mean, so much is happening when it comes to India, and there are so many wonderful Indian fashion brands out there right now that are creating garments with a look that you would otherwise never see from any other brand. This is something that I am so excited for and cannot wait to see how it becomes a full-fledged trend. And I can't wait to see India becoming a country that is going to be held to the regard of Japan, New York, Paris, Milan, all of these fashion capitals. India is going to become one of them. It's already set in stone. Next up, I want to talk about the return of tailoring and sartorialism, which is something that we have been seeing for the past couple of years as well. But this is one of those macro trends that is going to take time to, like I said, mature, but we're seeing it a lot, and it's coming back a little different from what it was a decade and a half ago, where everything was super slim, super skinny, and incredibly soft shoulder. We are starting to see the art of structure in tailoring coming back. And I mean, at the end of the day, when you take what the base of tailoring was, it basically was the art of structuring the body itself and using clothing as the medium to manipulate proportion sections, as opposed to, you know, soft Neapolitan tailoring, which was popular for so long, where it kind of just fell on the body as opposed to held structure on the body. And this is also indicative of the idea of structure in fashion becoming more popular as well, which is another trend. But, you know, the idea of structure and the idea of tailoring kind of come hand in hand. And I'm not surprised that this is coming back into trend, especially considering that it is a rebellion or a retaliation against all of the garbage synthetics and athleisure crap that we've been seeing since the early 2010s, like all of the Lululemon garbage, all of these polyester, polyurethane, all of these neoprene garments, like these things that really just look so terrible. This is a retaliation against that garbage stuff. So definitely stay tuned for how tailoring is going to mature and change. It is still evolving, and I'm excited to see how suits and how sport coats, the art of professional dress and structured dress, is going to come back into menswear. Next up, I want to talk about motorsport, and I've been talking about motorsport ad nauseum for the past 2 years because I really truly believe in it, and the proof is in the pudding because motorsport is more popular in 2026 than it has been for a very long time. And I mean, you know, the Supreme collection, the most recent Supreme collection, the most recent Kapital collection, and Nepenthes literally starting a brand based entirely around the aesthetic of motorsport and racer style, as well as it becoming very prominent in runways, even in Louis Vuitton shows and stuff like that. This is all indicative of motorsport becoming a huge and fully fledged trend in fashion and menswear, which I think is only going to get more and more popular and mature and evolve over time. And of course, this is due to the fact that many motorsport promotions are making headway and making themselves more and more renowned across the entire world. I mean, especially with Formula One signing the most recent deal with Apple TV, where they are going to offer Formula One content and races to the American audience and audiences all around the world. I mean, this is really cool. And dude, it's only going to get more and more popular. Now, of course, I don't think that this is cresting this year. This is something that I think is becoming much more popular in 2026, but is only going to get bigger and bigger over time. So definitely stay tuned for motorsport. That's something that I am truly so excited for. Next up, I want to talk about something that I feel like a lot of other YouTubers and TikTokers and Instagram influencers have not spoken about, which is muted patterns and darker colors. Now, we've been living in a world where a lot of people have been wearing brighter colors for the past 10 years or so, but I think that, you know, like I said, fashion in and of itself is mostly a reflection of how society feels about the world that we live in. So there is a lot of things going on in the world right now, and a lot of people are experiencing very dark points in their life, and with that, people are starting to gravitate towards darker colors and more aggressive silhouettes, more aggressive fabrics, and more aggressive looks. And, you know, muted tone-on-tone patterns or heavily textured solids are the result of the way that people are feeling nowadays. And I think that black and, you know, charcoals, navy blues, like these real dark, kind of almost dystopian colors are going to become more and more popular over time. And you're seeing this in many collections and runways as well. You're seeing this in a lot of people's lookbooks. And, you know, 18 East is a perfect example of a brand that started off by making very bright colored garments and using a lot of prints, and now they're kind of moving away from prints and they're using much more darker color. I mean, I remember that 18 East wasn't even manufacturing black pants or black garments, and now they have quite a few of them. You know, it's becoming something where brands are starting to embrace this darker, more mysterious, almost gloomy kind of persona, which is really interesting because, you know, a lot of people are starting to gravitate towards these. And of course, you know, there are really interesting tone-on-tone dark patterns out there right now, which I think stem from last year's, you know, quiet luxury trend, where it was all about refinement and darkness and, you know, unspoken word when it comes to style. And, you know, I think this is something that is going to be another one of those trends that's going to take a little while to really mature, but we're starting to see it already. Now, this is where the video is going to get a little controversial, and I'm not someone that lives, breathes, and dies fashion trends. I more so just report them to you guys and pick and and choose what I like and pick and choose what I don't like, which is what you guys should really be doing too. But slim and skinny silhouettes are without a doubt going to come back sometime soon. The seedlings for this trend is coming about, and we're starting to already see it with niche fashion communities and certain fashion aficionados who are embracing this kind of slim and skinny silhouette when it comes to pants and even jackets and shirts as well. I mean, you have the Edie boys who are literally basing their entire aesthetic off of early Edie Slimane designs, which were very slim and kind of like a punk rock aesthetic, or indie sleaze, whatever you want to call it. And then you have fashion influencers like Wisdom K, who is a great example, who has been wearing and embracing a lot of skinny and slim silhouettes as well, and he looks fantastic doing it. This is going to come back, and I don't think that baggy is necessarily on its way out yet, but I do think that it is finally starting to reach the crest where it is going to become mainstream popular, and then it's going to start to decline when it reaches the super pedestrian level. Of course, we're not there yet, but we're kind of inching our way towards that, without a doubt. Now, of course, everything that comes back into fashion trend, it's always going to come back differently. It's never going to come back the same. How is slim and skinny going to come back? I have no idea, but you know, we will start seeing it quite soon. So definitely keep your eye out for that. I do have, though, an interesting kind of theory or perspective on it, and this is almost like its own trend in and of itself, but you know, the art of dramatic imbalance when it comes to fashion, when it comes to dress, is something that has become very popular in the past couple of years as well, and is something that is also starting to kind of crest this year. What do I mean by this? So think about how, you know, the baggier the jacket or the baggier, more oversized the pants are that people are wearing, the shorter people are kind of going when it comes to hemlines, when it comes to crop, right? And then if you take a look at what these fashion aficionados or some of these niche groups that enjoy slimmer silhouettes are doing, they are going very slim and very long, almost like boot cut, to exaggerate the stack when it comes to the fit of these garments. It's just the whole idea of dramatic imbalance when it comes to dress, and I think that that is going to play a part in how slim and skinny is going to mature. I think it's going to get a lot more dramatic than it was in the early 2010s and in the mid 2010s. But yeah, guys, anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, there are so many other fashion trends that we could talk about that are kind of percolating right now, but I didn't want to talk you guys ear off for freaking an hour and a half. But these are some of my favorite looks and some of my favorite trends that I've really been crazy about, and just things that I've started to notice. Of course, I'm going to do another one of these videos pretty soon, probably like in June or something like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's anything that I missed that you think I should have covered, or let me know if there's anything you disagree with. You know, of course, you know, this is a community with open discussion, and I always like to say that I learned from you guys just as much as you learned from me, and I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about everything. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for almost 18.5 thousand subs. It's freaking insane just how far we've come together, and with that, you know, I wanted to give you guys something to look forward to when it comes to the channel. So I'm gonna put a little teaser trailer for my men's fashion magazine that I am now developing, and I'm gonna put it at the end of this video, and I really can't wait for you guys to see the full video and kind of explain why and how I'm making this men's fashion magazine. Thank you guys so much. The name reveal is going to come in that video when it's finally done, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do, and I can't wait to see you next week. I always wanted to give you guys something in return, and if I couldn't provide you anything tangible, I didn't want to take you guys money. I didn't feel like I deserved it. But then I had this crazy idea of what if I started a men's fashion and menswear magazine that was built off of everything that we created on the YouTube, on the TikTok, on this new Instagram. I mean, I said it makes so much sense. Modern streetwear, avant-garde, editorial, it's everything we love put together, everything from the channels that I run, all put into one single place, and that's what excites me about magazine. So yeah guys, with that, I'm happy to announce I'm finally starting my own menswear and men's fashion magazine. And if it flops, then it flops. But if it turns into something big and something that shifts the culture, then we have something huge to be proud of. And I am so thankful to have you guys to be able to support me through it and help shape it, because each and every single one of you has a part to play in the growth and in the life of Menswear magazine.